Alright guys, so I got a drone here, and a lot of people have problems when they go to arm. The drone flips out, it does something crazy, it doesn't do what you want it to do. So I'm going to show you exactly how to fix this, and it's a simple setup, and I recommend on most drones you're going to take the props off. But since this is a Whoop and it's not going to hurt you, and for a Whoop you can keep the props on, and I'm going to show you an easy setup on how to make this one right. So what I did on this drone is I made sure everything was incorrect. That way I can demonstrate everything for you and we can easily get through this. Alright, so as I plug in this drone, if you look on Betaflight, you see my drone is upside down. Now I am going to make sure I wait for a second, that way my gyro can catch up with the Betaflight program, and that way when I move it I see that everything is wrong. Alright, so if I go over here and reset the Z-axis, it's going to point my drone forward to the screen, and if I look, this drone is upside down. So in order to change that, I go to configuration, and I already know that if it's upside down, I have to roll my craft 180 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it 180 degrees, and I'm going to press save and reboot. It's going to come back up, and I'm going to reset the Z-axis. Now I look at my drone, and if I point my nose up, I want my nose to point up, and I want everything to respond the same way. Now sometimes if you go to configuration, your yaw will be out 45 degrees. So if you notice, whenever I point my nose up, it goes to the side. So that means it's off 45 degrees. Sometimes you'll have to do it negative 45 degrees, and sometimes you'd have to do it positive 45 degrees. But that yaw direction is going to be changed right here, which mine is set correctly. It's set to 0, and I'm going to save and reboot that. So there you go. That's how you fix that. You make sure if you point your nose up in the air that the arrow points up, and that's how you fix that. Alright, now we're going to move on to motors. The motor direction is going to be important on this. A lot of people run their props in reverse. Reversed is props out like this. That means you're going to want your props to run in this direction. Normal, which I don't recommend, is running your props in this direction. And the reason why I don't want to run my props in this direction is because all the debris is going to go into my camera, and anytime I go to a gate or an obstacle, it's going to pull me into it. I want it to push me away from the obstacle. So I'm going to go to motor direction in the top corner here, and I'm going to select that and go ahead and press save and reboot. Once I select that and go to save and reboot, I'm going to go back to the motors tab, and I'm going to reorder the motors. In order to reorder the motors though, I need to plug in a battery. So I'm going to plug in a battery. Now I've got a battery plugged in. I'm going to go to reorder motors. I'm going to select understand risk, and it says remove all propellers to prevent injury. This is going to apply to anything above a Whoop, so you want to make sure you do that. And we'll press start, and it's going to spin up a motor, and this is facing the front of the aircraft. Is basically what direction your camera is pointed. So I'm going to click on the motor that's spinning on the aircraft. There we go. Now I'm going to press save. Go back to the motors tab again. Now we're going to do motor direction. You're going to say I understand. Then you're going to go to the wizard. And you start to spin the motors. Alright, now sometimes this is hard to see, so if you take a paintbrush, and we're going to start with number 1 here. Well, number 1, I can see it spinning in this direction here. Right here, by my paintbrush. So, is 1 correct? Yes, 1 is correct. Now, I'm going to go to 2. I'm going to make sure 2 is going in the right direction. 2 is not correct. So I'm going to click 2. And now, if you look, 2 is going in the right direction. You can see by the brushes of the paintbrush. And I'll just kind of make it loose, and now it's going in the correct way. I'm going to look at 3. 3 says this way. So I'm going to make sure 3 is going in the right direction. Is 3 going in the right direction? No, it's not. So I'm going to click 3. Now we're going to check 4. Is 4 going in the right direction? Yes, 4 is going in the right direction. Now, since I have everything going in the right direction, 1 is going this way. Yes, it's going this way. 2 is going this way. Yes, it's going that way. 3 is going this way. Yes, it's going the right way. And 4 is going this way. Yes, 4 is going that way. Now I can stop the motors. I can close this out. And you notice you don't have a save and reboot because it automatically saves it for you when you do the direction. Now this is set up correctly. Now, anytime that you go over here and you start the motors and you hit the master and say that does not work. If that does not work, that means bi-directional D-shot needs to be turned off or on. And the way you can get bi-directional D-shot to work, and it's not working here, so the way you're going to do that is there's 3 ways. You either have BL Heli 32, or you have BL Heli 30S, or you have AM 32. So this one is going to be BL Heli 32. So now I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go to ESC configurator. Now the reason why I'm showing you this is because if it's not working, well, I gotta have my internet turned on. There we go. We're going to go to ESC configurator. There we go. If this is not working when you go to motor direction and you need to configure it, sometimes it doesn't work on Betaflight, so sometimes you have to do it on ESC configurator. So if you look in your Betaflight, it says COM21 up here. So whenever I connect it, it says COM21. I'm going to disconnect Betaflight. I'm going to come to here and select my serial port. It says COM21 here. I'm going to connect it and connect it right here and read the settings. So once you read the settings, it's going to actually connect to your drone. And if you look here, you have ESC 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you cannot change it in Betaflight, you can change it here. And anytime you make a change here, you're going to like go here and go to reversed or normal. Nothing else is going to be needed, and once you change it, you're going to write the settings. And then once you write the settings, it's going to make the change on the prop that you want changed. Alright, the same thing is going to happen with Blue Jay. So when I connected this one here, read the settings. If you notice, this one is actually Blue Jay. You got Blue Jay, and BL Heli S is going to work the same way. Now AM32 is going to be the same thing. I'm going to type in AM32 and go to AM32 configurator and get my internet working. It's automatically connecting to my Express LRS, I believe. Alright, there we go. AM32. So AM32 configurator. I don't know why it's dropping out. Stop doing that. There we go. I don't have Connect Automatica here. There we go. Finally. I don't know why it was doing that, guys. I'm not going to edit that out. You might have that problem. But, so we're going to AM32 configurator. And this is what AM32 configurator looks like. You're going to connect with this. And you're going to be doing the same thing with this by reversing the motors. And mainly, you're not going to have to mess with this. So, mainly, you're going to be doing this on Betaflight. If it doesn't work on Betaflight, this is both ways you'll be using, and the last way here is BL Heli 32. So here I got BL Heli Suite 32. I bring this up. I'm going to connect with it, and you're going to be doing the same thing with here, and making changes with this. So that is the 3 different ways that you can do it without Betaflight. But you want to normally do it through Betaflight, and that's how you get everything set up. And hopefully this video helps you guys out. Alright guys, so that is it. Once you have everything set up, you have your board orientation set up, you have your motors in the right direction, then it should fly. There's no reason why this should flip out anymore or not fly. Do not skip a step. If you skip one of those steps, it will not fly. Do not assume that you've done this step correctly, because I've made that mistake before. I've made the mistake of thinking that I've done every step and I didn't toggle on the reverse props, and I skipped a step and it done the same thing. It flipped out. So don't assume that you've done all the steps, and make sure you do all the steps and follow each step. Alright guys, hope this helps you out to get you guys back in the air. Thank you.